Hey everyone, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Brandon.
And this is Fish or Price Ranch. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Sarah with Fish or Price Ranch. First off, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So we're only a couple of days till Christmas. I'm really excited. We're gonna go hang out with some friends this year and celebrate. But we're a few days. I've got some pretty exciting stuff going on and also some bad news going on. I think we're gonna start off with some of the bad news. I was out here in the chicken pen feeding and I was looking for one of the chickens we had. She was kind of keeping her eyes closed, so I was kind of keeping an eye on her. I gave her some vitamins and stuff, and now I can't find her. And you guys can see I found a pile of feathers, and so you can see the coop behind me is pretty far over there. So I was kind of walking around and I happened to find her. So here she is. Unfortunately, it looks like I think it was an owl. The reason is because owls typically go for the heads. I don't know why, and her head is missing. There's only a neck there. So we did have an owl come in. This is the only bad part about keeping them out here free ranging. These chickens are on 2 acres. Here come the barn cats. So we'll give them the rest of the carcass. But as you see, they have quite a bit of space out here. They have some trees. We plan to plant a bunch more and give a lot of bushes and places to hide out here, but for now this is what they've got. And I think what I want to do is after our goats are done kidding, I want to move one of the dogs in here, but I want to make sure that the other dogs are good with the kids first. But anyway, so that's one of our first unfortunate events that happened, and I just found this out, and I cannot find, I think we're missing one more, so I'm going to kind of keep walking around here, see if we can find it. But that's some of our first bad news. All right, I didn't find the other chicken. Hopefully, maybe I just didn't see her. There's a lot of birds, so it's hard to for sure count when they're all running around all crazy. So this week's been really, really cold. We had some snow. We probably got a couple of inches, and it's been in single temps, so it's been really cold. And so we ended up, our water froze because our well house, we didn't get it finished yet. It's like 90% finished, but we had run out of insulation, so we couldn't do a whole wall in there, and so it did freeze, so we were out of water. Luckily, by the end of the day, we were able to get water again. We had some friends bring a couple gallons of water out for us since they were already coming this way. And then same thing happened in our solar shed. We haven't been able to insulate that either, and so our batteries froze, and so we ran out of power, but we do have a generator. It's just been kind of a pain in the butt, to say the least. So I'm going to throw this chicken in our mulch pile. The cats will finish it off. So I'm finishing feeding out here right now. But I wanted to talk about some good news, and I'm going to show you guys. So I've been working really hard to get things taken care of. I'm taking off. Today was my Friday at work, and my next day was supposed to be Sunday, but it's Christmas, so we're closed, so I don't have to work there. I'm starting a new job, and it's going to be selling online some products so I can work from home. I'll still be working at the restaurant, but it's an extra income, and then hopefully if that starts making enough money, I don't have to go to the restaurant anymore, and I could stay on the farm from here on out, which is really nice. The other thing is, Brandon's been home for the last 2 years, working on the ranch, getting things built, which he's done a phenomenal job. But I told him this year, because of feed prices, all the troubles we've already been having, that I wasn't going to be able to make it this year on my own, trying to just get our bills paid and stuff. I hate to have to make him go back to work because I really love having him here, because then somebody's here. If anything happens, it could be taken care of right away. So I hate for us both to be gone off the ranch for all day. But unfortunately, with everything going on and prices of everything, we just can't make it happen. And we've already been struggling. You guys have seen that. We've sold half of our goats, half the herd. That was really hard. And we've just we've been cutting way back on everything. So we finally decided that he would go back to work. So he actually did get a job working for a construction company, and he's been there this is his 3rd week. He worked 2 days 2 weeks ago, and then we had that big snowstorm, so he didn't get to work until last week. He worked 2 days also. They started him at $15 an hour, which is good. And by his 3rd day, they gave him a $4 raise. He is such a hard worker, and they really appreciate his hard work. So it was really nice that they showed him that they appreciate him. So it's awesome. I'm really excited, and he can pretty much make his own schedule. If he needs time off, just tell him, So it's really nice that they're lenient. So if we do have a problem on the farm and I have to work, he's able to call off if we absolutely had to. So it's nice we do have a second income now. So because of all that, we were still struggling even up until a couple of weeks ago, because Brandon hadn't started his job yet, and we just had a lot going on. A lot of things kind of came up all at once, and so anyway, we were struggling, and I decided we had to sell more goats just to afford it. So I sold 3 more, 2 girls and a boy. And it was hard because it was girls I had really planned to keep. I had culled really hard when I sold half the herd, and we still needed to sell more just to make ends meet. So that was difficult, but we did it. And so with that being said, I am officially off of work until January 8th. So I'm able to be here. I'm able to film for you guys. That's my really big excitement, is that I get to be here for the goats having babies, which I'm so excited for. I think this year is going to be really good for us. We plan to sell a lot more goats this year with all the kids, and I'm hoping to pay off like my truck. So that leaves one less payment to pay for. We're hoping to pay off all of our debt this year with Brandon going back to work. That way we can both retire to the ranch, hopefully within the next couple of years. But I want to show you guys what I was able to do now that we sold a couple more goats. And with me being gone, I want to make sure everything was taken care of. I've already paid all the bills this month, which is like a big stress relief. Brandon's still working, even though I'm going to be home. So I'm going to show you guys what I was able to get in the last couple of days. All right, so here is some of our excitement. So we were actually able to pick up on sale 2 big rolls of insulation, so we can get our well house finished and insulate the rest of our, insulate the rest of the well house, and then insulate the entire solar shed. So I'm really excited about that. That'll help us from freezing. I just picked up wood shavings for the goats because we're getting ready to have babies. So I'm going to be cleaning out the barn, and we're going to be getting ready for that. Also, I was able to pick up a pallet of pellets. This is alfalfa pellets that I got. These are 80-pound bags, and we got an entire pallet full. I'm super excited because that should last us close to a month. And the goats are screaming for me over there. They want to get fed. And then we were already able to, you can see right behind the boys there is a big bale of hay. So the boys have a bale of hay, and then we were able to already give the girls a bale of hay. And I still have 2 more bales of hay that we need to put out in the doe pasture. I want to get them all out before the kids start coming out, because I don't want to have to maneuver tractors and huge bales of hay into the pasture with babies running around. And this will last the girls through till next year. Hopefully, if we're lucky, hopefully until I go back to work. So that was my really big excitement. Okay, and now for my last bad news. So we moved the 1 bale of hay into the buck pen, and then we moved 1 bale of hay into the doe pen. But we only got into the doe pen about 20 feet and broke the tractor. So we busted the bolt that holds the tie rod on the front wheel, so we can no longer steer. So, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to get the rest of these bales in. We're going to see if, I know my partner, Thomas, he's 3 miles down the road. They offered to bring their tractor over and get the hay moved. The problem is their tractor is half the size of ours. So I don't know. These bales are probably 12 to 1,500 pounds, and their tractor can't lift that much. So to try and figure out a way to get them, let me show you, looking behind me. Okay, there's our broken tractor. Into the gate, into the doe pen is right behind the tractor. So we have to get it into the doe pen, and then we have to get it through the other gate, and then we have to get it, there's the other gate. Then we have to get it all the way into this pasture here. And I really like to have them kind of over the hill right here. That way the does go out in pasture. We hate that they hang out in one area. We like to get them to move. So they come all the way down here in the trees for their water and some shelter. But then we want them to go all the way over the hill into the next acre to get their food. This keeps them moving, and then their poop and everything is not all in one spot. And so that's what we like to do. Unfortunately, I don't know how we're gonna get this hay all the way out there, but we're gonna see if maybe we can just drag it. It's pretty flat. I mean, there's a hill to climb, but there's not like big boulders and rocks and stuff in the way to maneuver the bale. So I'm hoping we can just drag it up and over and get it down on the other side. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on. I wanted to give you guys an update. I haven't finished collecting eggs yet. I'm not sure. It's only been a day since I posted that video with the chickens. So I'm not sure how we're doing there yet. But other than all that going on, we're just getting ready for baby goats. I can't wait. I'm so excited. We've got so many new genetics that we're going to be seeing, you know, just from some of our homegrowns, and then also bringing in like Blue Whiskey and Paladin, and then using another homegrown buck that we have out of our best milking doe. So I cannot wait to see all these babies. We have a ton that are really big. I think it's going to be a triplet year. I just hope it's a doe year. The more does I got, the more we can sell, and the closer we can get to paying off our debt. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.